My top advice to you, take photos. Take lots and lots and lots and lots of photos. Whatever you do in life, wherever you find yourself, take photos. You will never, ever, ever say to yourself, oh, I didn't take enough photos. You will have wonderful opportunities in life. Things will come up that you never expected, that you'll look back upon in your old age, and you'll have forgotten half the stuff. Take the photos, the places you go to, even just offices that you're visiting, wherever it might be. The reason being, not just memories, but actually more important than that, the experiences that will come flooding back. Maybe you're at the royal wedding. Could be anything. But do take those photos time and time again. They're the things which have really reminded me that actually maybe the life hasn't been as bad as I might think. That's me when I was a young barrister. And that maybe I've done more than I realised, more than I even remember. And the people that you meet that you've forgotten, legends like Anand Mahendra. So, top tip. Oh, and the other thing, make sure, if you can afford it, and you should be able to, you back it up onto Google Drives or whatever from your phone, because you will want to save it. And the other thing is, and it's happened to me now, I was recently signing up for a couple of big contracts, really lucrative ones, and they wanted some background and information. These photos come in really handy, because rather than just saying something, Mark Ramprakash right there, rather than saying, if you can show hanging out with Amitabh Bachchan, if you can show, it just goes a long way. I think it goes a lot further, and that's why I think photos are important for that reason as well. Albums, there we go. If you get the time, then save it in different ways. Might just be fun trips, you know, LA, whatever. It could be more important. It could be charity things you've been doing. Rowathon, which I organised at Barclays to raise money for victims of sex trafficking and stop sex trafficking, trafficking generally of people. It's a major problem. So those things that you've done which will matter, taking my mum for a driving lesson, those things that will matter, those things which are personal, whatever, keep them. But you will need them professionally very often. I found years and years later, I discovered that some of this stuff I did actually need for when we were looking at contracts. That time I was in GQ magazine, the various sort of portfolios you develop even later in life, you know, when you were speaking for American Express or whatever, you never know where life's going to take you, and those images of work, those things that you did when you're collating the evidence, the pictures will count for a lot. And often a lot more than, like I said, boring old CVs which just say, oh, I did this, I did that. Yeah, well, who cares? And sometimes, like I said, it's just personal and private, and you just want to keep a memory of the trips you made. You just don't know where life's going to take you. But do upload all those pictures of everything that you're doing. This is me in Kashmir. Absolutely loved it. So that's top tip, and I tell that to all the professionals I meet who are going up in their careers. I say, please, wherever you go, wherever you end up, take photos, enjoy. And cameras used to be pretty bad. As you can see, that's Dal Lake in Kashmir. The cameras were rubbish back then on one of my many trips, and they've improved subsequently. So do it. And for me, Facebook has become just a place of actually just keeping a diary. I never was good at keeping diaries back in the day, but it's a good way of doing it. So top tip, you'll need it professionally, you'll want it personally, and if you plan ahead in your 20s, which most of you are the age group you're in, you will find that when time comes around to wanting these things and needing these things, they'll come in handy. That's a letter, that's an article that I wrote alongside the Home Secretary, Preeti Patel and Alpesh Patel. It's come in handy at other times for other things and activities that I might be doing and so on. So, did I know that was going to happen? No. Of course, then you got photos like this, just me and my wife at home getting ready for dinner. So like I said, personal and professional, keep it all. And many of you will go on to write blogs Guess what makes really good, or LinkedIn articles you'll be doing. These things, images, will get more traction, more interest. Hanging out with Jensen Button over there. That's fat me. Whatever you're writing about, and you can even convert a regular picture into something incredibly important, because it might be lessons I learned from a Formula One driver. That's when my firm, Profinium, there we are, next to Barclays Wealth, had sponsored one of the suites, the Jensen Button suite. It'll come in handy. It'll come in handy one way or another at some point for your articles and your blogs, and you really want to start branding yourself more and more, and therefore you'll want that name recognition, and you'll want pictures of you rather than just generic pictures. My sister's-in-law over there, book launch at Barclays, thank you very much. Yeah, all sorts of things. You don't know where life's going to take you. Take pictures.